Hey, this is Coach Kathy Stone. And for those of you who don't know me, I help women over 40 stop obsessing about food and relationships. And today I'm going to talk to you about the number 5 secret to having a better relationship with food. And that is to understand desire and why you want food. If you don't want it anymore, then you won't desire it. So it's so important to understand why you want it. Well, those foods that you most desire, those concentrated foods and alcohol, they are heavily concentrated and they give us a dopamine hit. So we are constantly seeking those because our brain doesn't know the difference between kale or the sugar, and it wants the sugar, it wants the sweet stuff because that is immediate gratification and pleasure, and it's just easy. So our brain wants that. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that your brain gets used to that, and that's what it wants. So your desire, which is a feeling, is created by your thoughts. So you have these thoughts about certain foods and alcohol, and you believe that, oh, that looks so good when you see that cupcake, or I want that piece of pie, or that drink will make me feel relaxed. So you have those thoughts, you have those beliefs, and that creates that desire. And you start getting that dopamine rush as soon as you start thinking those thoughts. And then once you have that desire, you have to eat it or you have to drink, you have to have it. It's just like a natural that you want it. And then it creates that instant gratification, that reward. But the problem is that it's a short-term reward, but it has long-term consequences. So you'll have like hangovers, or you'll feel like you'll eat too much and you won't feel good, and you won't feel good about yourself, and then you won't be able to fit into your jeans. And then it's just like this vicious cycle because you still, as you continue to give into the desire, you still have all those cravings, and it's like this, like I said, this vicious cycle. So you have to understand that that desire is created by your thoughts and what you think about certain foods and alcohol, and you can change those thoughts, but you're still going to have the desire initially because those it's a strong neuropathway that you've created. So in order to make a new neuropathway, it takes practice. It's just like learning a sport or a new language. It's going to take practice to do something different because you have this habit like brushing your teeth, but your habit is to eat sugar and drink alcohol, which is not serving you anymore and producing consequences and not letting you feel your best. So you want to try to rewire your brain, so to speak. So you have to practice different thoughts and notice that the desire will still be there. But if you say, I want the healthy food, I want to take care of myself, it's important for me to lose the weight, or I don't want to have a headache in the morning from drinking, that will counteract the desire so that at least you'll feel the desire, but you can allow it, but not act out on it. And you can take the healthier action, which is not picking up the drink. Maybe you go for a walk, or you call a friend, or you start writing in your journal, or you take a healthier action, and then you get a better result. And the result that you get is like a well-being, which is like more long-term. And then as you practice it, as you practice your new thoughts, and you practice allowing those urges to come up, which is that desire, and you just let them be there and look at what might be underneath them and be willing to experience the uncomfortable emotions and keep taking the right action, which is not picking up the food or the alcohol, then you can still experience that long-term reward of well-being. And as you keep practicing that, eventually the desire will go away. I promise. It's like you're on one island. You're on this island of total pleasure, and you're constantly indulging in all the foods and drinks that you want to. And you're always choosing those things. And then you make a decision that, no, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go to this other island over here where there's well-being and peace, and I'm not fighting anything. I'm not white knuckling anything. I'm just free. So you jump in the water, and then you have to swim across. and you're going to come into like some turbulent waters, and you're going to have uncomfortable emotions come up, and you're going to want to go back to the other shore. You're going to be thinking, oh my God, this is too hard, but you just keep going. If you can just keep going and know that eventually you'll get to the other side, which you will, I promise you, of freedom, then you can just keep going, and you can let yourself have a day where it's not so great, but you just keep going. A not so great day emotionally, but you just keep going. You may get discouraged or disappointed, or you may feel more urges than normal, and you may be around a bunch of people who are eating and drinking, but yet you still keep going, and you still decide, and you make your commitment every day that you're going to go across to this other island of freedom until you get there. And then once you get there, you can decide if you want to go back. And once you get to the island of freedom, you won't ever want to go back, because once you take away the desire and you don't have any desire for certain foods and alcohol, it's like a miracle. You really don't care about them anymore. It's like they have no power over you. And it's such freedom, you just never want to go back. And also, the rewards of letting them go and getting the well-being are so much greater. You never want to go back to the old way, because you're at your goal weight. You're not controlled by food. You fit in your jeans every day. You wake up, you don't have a headache. You feel good every morning when you wake up. You have energy, and you have that, like I said, that real sense of well-being. And it's not it's not 2 days a week, it's 7 days a week, and it is amazing. It's truly amazing. So once you get that, you never want to go back. So the hard part is making the decision, jumping in the water and swimming to the other side. And when you're in that water, like I said, things come up, and you have to be willing to feel the uncomfortable emotions and just embrace it all, and just be willing to be all in whatever comes your way, and you're going to make it to the other side no matter what. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you ever have any questions, or just send me a message. And if you're tired of your relationship with food and want to have a better relationship with food, I can help you. Talk to you soon.